Victoria's opposition has introduced an amendment in the state's Parliament's upper house to axe Melbourne's 5-kilometre rule. Let's go live to Gabriella Power in Melbourne. Gab, we know that so many difficulties for Melburnians and frustrations and annoyances, but the 5K rule is right up there.
Absolutely. It has to be one of the most controversial rules that the Andrews government has imposed, and the amendment is currently being debated in the upper house right now. Liberal MP David Davis says that the rule needs to be scrapped immediately as it's not clear that it was actually based on the health advice. He argues that members of the community has really lost faith in the Andrews government, and they need to explain exactly how each one of these tough measures that have been imposed actually helps control the virus.
The community wants to see the rational basis for each of the decisions that is made. They want to see the explanations and they want to understand what will actually help manage the virus and what is unnecessary or excessive restriction, like the 5-kilometre rule, like the curfew, that should never have been put in place in the first instance.
The Chief Health Officer, Professor Sutton, acknowledged that this rule can disadvantage some residents based on their location. It's not necessarily the case that many residents are surrounded by family and friends in that 5-kilometre rule, and it is causing harm and causing pain. But he said that this measure was appropriate when you compare it to other cities right around the world. Here's what Melburnians are thinking.
Just wondering what you think about the 5-kilometre rule. Do you think they should get rid of it?
I think it's a bit silly, yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. Case numbers are nice and low now, so yeah, it might be time to expand it out to maybe 15, 20 kilometres or something.
I think it's reasonable. We should be careful.
I'm happy to follow what the instructions are, but yeah, I'm suspecting that might be one of the things that's eased up on.
Yeah, I think so, but we've got to be guided by what the health authorities say.
I think it's time to open up and we start to bring the economy back in and bring city back to life and bring businesses back to life.
And Gab, that sentiment there at the end, I think, were shared by many in the business community and many across the city. I just wonder how far the Premier will go on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Victoria recorded 12 new cases of coronavirus, which takes our rolling average to 10. The Premier said that this is acceptable to ease some social restrictions, but case numbers are still far too high to really reopen the city, and that's going to be really devastating for business owners who just 2 weeks ago were being told that we'll be able to take bigger and better steps come Sunday, October 19. Pubs were getting ready to take bookings for the AFL Grand Final. Hairdressers, beauty salons were starting to get notify their staff that they might be able to get back to work, and they were starting to take bookings, all hoping that we might be able to reopen, but it certainly is not looking like that will be the case on Sunday. It just seems like it will be social restrictions. There might be changes to outdoor gathering limits. The 5-kilometre rule might be scrapped if it's not scrapped tonight or before Sunday, but this is again what some Melburnians are thinking.
I visit an old lady in a care facility and I can't see her, and that's her only contact, is people that go and see her because she can't leave. So that would be nice to be able to visit.
I think the businesses need to open up now. It's becoming a bit ridiculous.
Retailers should be eased, of course. They're suffering.
My elderly mother lives in New South Wales, so for me it's the border opening to New South Wales.
The ability to take your kids out and about. I mean, you know, obviously the kids are all going a bit crazy at the moment.
You've got to learn to live with this virus because who knows if there's a vaccine or not.
Our aim has always been clear: open at a point where you can be confident that you can stay open. No business, large or small, will benefit from being open for a very short period of time, only then to have to pinball in and out of rules and restrictions and shutdowns well into 2021.
Melburnians will get a clearer picture of what the future holds on Sunday. Until then, we'll just have to wait and watch the numbers. Kieran?
Gab, thanks.